Hello friends, welcome to my Princess Diana channel. Before moving on to the video, if you are not subscribed to my channel, do not forget to subscribe and turn on notifications, so let's move on to the video. Can you cut this entire response? These allegations are false and completely unfounded. All the conversations and stories mentioned above are not true, all of them are fake. How to search these people for rumors in the royal family? It indicates Harry and Meghan's complicity in those royal trolling silenced. Find out in this video. Now pour the cup of tea or coffee because we need it, and I hope these moments were relaxing with our videos. Ready, let's go. The subject of the video is the royal hypocrisy of the role of Buckingham. Will or will not the royal family need a monarchy? One day, the royal family's motto would be "Don't explain and don't care." These are the most high-profile of the many attacks that Harry and Meghan have launched in these years. Here's what they have to say, *I read books, _counter Harry and Meghan's lies and hypocrisy were criticized. He always wanted to live in Africa to support the impoverished people, construct schools and clinics, improve agriculture, so, Meghan acted like this is where her heart lies likewise. So whatever happens to Harry's dream? They seem to turn African Park into a profitable site and ignore the compassion of its residents. Survival International has been protesting against the violation of Baka indigenous people in the name of conservation within the Congo Basin, Odzilakakua National Park included, managed by African Parks. The Baka are the indigenous hunter-gatherers who have lived in and protected the Congo Basin rainforest and shaped its for surely way more than thousands of years. But the establishment of these protected areas in their lands has led to their violence, the theft of lands, and dispossession, starvation, and the close violation of human rights justified through harassment, rape, the beatings and even torture and death by the park rangers funded by groups like African Parks and WWF. According to various investigations led by Survival International, it's not a short but rather a long history of all abuses. The organization has reported their concerns to African Parks in 2013, as well as published the extensive abuse report in 2017 that discusses the same African Parks rangers' offenses again. However, the African Parks did not officially change anything essential and did not apologize or cease the offenses. Instead, they hired law firms and always trying to shift the Baka from their forest. Yet another scrutiny recently published by the UK's Mail on Sunday sheds light on additional horrors experienced by the Baka people, including torture and rape, at the hands of African Parks rangers, and it suggests that Prince Harry should be held accountable given his prominent role and extensive engagement with African Parks. The organization maintains that it responded to the allegations through investigations that began in 2023. However, several reports, as well as mentioned evidence, clearly show that the abuses have been known for years and have continued. Survival International believes that everything wrong with the conservation model based on the theft of indigenous peoples' lands and subsequent dispossession and abuse should be changed fundamentally. Then I get to know how serious what the media has done to them. Even the rumors about Rose and William started by an internet troll, who, by the way, happened to be friends with Harry and Meghan. The same with Meghan, she made such a mess of PR that it played itself out and got so out of control, she couldn't even shut it down if she wanted to. This is what happens when an amateur is left to their own devices. She was told by him to let the PR work belong to the royal family media team, but she didn't listen to him and saw the whole thing blow right up in her face. Meghan never would say anything but their posse stroked her ego. So, she loves her so much, and she is the one who is just being stupid, getting quiet over the cyberbullying, and keeping Harry on such a tight leash. She shouldn't say that, but if it keeps up, she'll just drown herself. How can Harry and Meghan step out and create distance? They would open the door and there would be filled with, "Did you say something about this comment or something else?" Well, the couple bet. Here is where Meghan missed the correct computation. When Meghan saw that she and Harry had become famous royals. But she made a mistake to think that their popularity was about them and not the role they played in the royal family. This is the understanding that Her Majesty and Prince Philip, being such public figures, have allowed to continue, where their well-deserved place in society was never allowed to be reflected in excessive public enthusiasm as a mirror of their personalities. Rather, it's the role they play and what they represent, that's the crown. Where is the media for her interview with accusations like Oprah Winfrey? It is easily open for fabrications and outright lies. Continuity across political division and resolute through decades of the most difficult and turbulent social, economic, and political change the world over, where a monarch heads as head of the state of the people and their United Kingdom of the kingdoms and nations of the Commonwealth, accepting citizens regardless of their interest or faith background. The royal family still avow themselves as human, otherwise, like an ordinary multitude of large families, and they are trying to hold it more as a secret and private thing, understandable but not always manageable. I also think there was evidence of Harry and Meghan's involvement too in that extremely tragic event with Thomas Kingston, the spouse of Lady Gabriella, cousin of Harry. One against falsehood online, Harry would have plenty of opportunities to jump in and quash some rumors, either terrible rumors linked Welsh to Kingston's death or maybe even just as a veteran. He could have told him that he was to remember the beautiful parts of himself. No, he had to listen to all those awful rumors. But once again, silence. He had not even shown his face at his funeral. It does, however, show just how little he cared either to stop the untrue information or to stand up for another veteran. What Harry and Meghan do or say from here on in relation to sewer squalids or their reporting really is neither here nor there. The whole world is now aware, and when they speak, it is taken as serving personal interests first and foremost. Even if one tries to distance himself through reporting, that would save him at the end of the day. The time to do that is when it all started, not 5 years from now. He who lies through his teeth to save his skin, dawns on Harry, he's out, and no bridges are laid out for him across the pond. He's the one who started all this, the making of a living out of this awful airing of personal family grievances. He and his disgusting wife are supposed to seek forgiveness, and they are supposed to understand the blame and the responsibility. I do not agree. That's insane. Harry and Meghan seem to have planned this entire wreckage. She's got horse teeth, and I must believe that if she isn't allowed to own all things about her, then what the shit do other people still own, so that no one can have it, she's going to destroy it all. Oh, waiting for that karma to come around. Train for all the nasty things they've said about those two. But Harry's a big kid now, and he's beyond the magical umbrella of his royal family, so he's on his own. Meghan, in the meantime, is in a mob. She does not rule by royal decree. Do you expect both of them killed for their falsehoods, distortion, and venomous posts? In the coming days, you were to recognize the situation and were forced to use your voice to make declarations of darkness. As well as pleasant royal respectful behaviors, I always believe will include propriety, sympathy, diplomacy, and honest consciousness, always fulfilling their duty in precisely the way they have lived for a century or two. It's quite enough for any concept of royalty. A corporation lived long by centuries of generations in their lifetimes, and not by one or two persons' lifetimes, valued less than a fraction of time. That's it for our video, my friends. I hope you have liked it. Please let me know your thoughts in the comments, and like the video. If you haven't done so yet, if you want to be first to be informed about my content, please subscribe to the channel and make sure you turn on notifications. Thank you for spending this time with me. Take care of yourself and stay healthy. I'll see you in the next one.